Gartner's Chief Executive and Senior Business Executive Survey is an annual survey. We do it every year, and we do it in the fourth quarter of every year. It's a web-based survey, and we take it out to about 20 or more countries. And the executives we survey, we do about 150 chief executives, 150 chief financial officers, 50 chief operating officers, and 50 others, people like presidents and chairmen, those sorts of people. The survey goes out to those people in large companies, mid to large. $250 million revenue is the minimum, but most of them are billion-dollar and multi-billion-dollar companies. And one characteristic that's important for these firms is that they are companies that do not make and sell IT. They're the kind of companies that buy and apply IT within their own firms. This year, in 2013, our survey showed that business leaders' uncertainty about the future is reducing, and just about 70% of them feel that they are able to plan their business plan and the investments around that plan. And then in terms of the priority, we can see that the priority is growth on the global basis, more like profitability in the EMEA market, in the European market, but that growth is a far more important priority than cost. So when we ask for their priorities, they give us them in their words and we categorize them. Growth is the highest priority now, and cost is falling further behind. And it's that gap between the priority on growth versus the priority on cost that tells us that things are improving on a sort of a macro pattern of business conditions moving forward, better than they were last year. Business leaders are thinking a little bit more positively about IT investment. The proportion, we look at people who would cut, we ask them who would cut and who would hold and who would grow IT investment. And those that would grow IT investment outnumber those who would cut it by nearly 5 to 1 this year, and that ratio itself is increasing. The most important finding from the 2013 Chief Executive Survey was probably that half of chief executives will now agree that they have something called a digital strategy. In fact, 1/3 of them will say that they have a digital strategy that is integrated with their business strategy. So digital strategy has become properly interlocked. A very small proportion go even further than that, 5% maybe. They go a little bit further and they'll say our digital strategy is our business strategy. Those people are in media and places like that. But there's only a very small segment now, 15%, that will say we don't have anything we recognize as digital strategy. So that half that say they've got one, that's a tipping point. We're now getting just to the point of majority where most business leaders say they have a digital strategy. They think they know what that means. It means that they're taking the force of technology and quite creative and new technology seriously as we come out of the Great Recession sort of period. Number one, IT leaders must take control of the creative agenda around information and technology. The era of packaged innovation is done. We've done ERP, CRM, supply chain management, electronic commerce. The IT industry is not going to sell you the next big thing. Inside your firm, inside your industry, you are going to have to create the next big thing. This is why business leaders are interested in people like chief digital officers. So IT leaders must create the agenda for information and technology. So that's the first thing they must do, take creative control. The second thing they must do is incubate internal talent. Of course, a lot of the technology execution can be done through the cloud, through outsourcing, through service providers, through BPO even. But this new creativity will require stuff to be done internally, and it will require a lot of fleshing out, and you will need a new generation of digital leaders to be grown inside your firm. The idea that you can just hire people off the street is no longer sufficient. The need to become an academy firm, developing talent, nurturing talent, is returning. So the next important thing that IT leaders must do in 2013 is put some really hard focal points around developing internal talent to create the agenda for the IT future.